So yesterday, the Symphony of the Night randomizer website was updated, and we now have 3 new presets. They did like some inaugural races for them. So I'm going to go back and play those seeds, you know, try and steal some world records. It's been a while. You guys know the vibes. Why is my timer stuck back there? And move it over here. Okay. But yeah, it's been a while. We've been doing a lot of Impossible Challenge stuff, but we're going to be doing this again. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, if you're watching on Dragon Blitz Daily, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's a free way to help support your boy making this kind of content in the future. You can also join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, so you can watch live and say hello and spam emotes and ask me questions like, I don't know, would you rather have 1 pizza or 1 French fry? Philosophers to this day still don't know the right answer. I believe it was Nietzsche who once said, yo, what up, Pony? Welcome, welcome. We haven't played the prologue in a while. It wasn't a great prologue, but we made it through hitless and while using all the resources that we needed to use, so. Would I rather have Joel for hands or Joel for feet? Joel for hands so more people could see my beautiful son, Joel. How big is the French fry? That's the thing, is they never specified in the thought experiment. Albert Einstein didn't give us the specifications before he died. It was actually his last words, but they were in German. So the nurse tending to him didn't speak German. Shin Scariel, thank you for the 1 year at tier 3. So we are playing Timeline Randomizer. The Timeline Randomizer has us, I believe, during certain set intervals, we just get relics. Is that how it works? Just there's a in-game timer that will just be like, here you go, free relics. So that's fun. That's kind of the gimmick. Other than that, it's basically just like safe logic, I think.
Tribute. You steal men's
Oh,
souls
LVLV
and make them
Coon,
your
thank you very much for the
slaves.
gifted sub. I appreciate you. Well, this is really good starting gear overall. I will say there's one thing that the Impossible Challenge has taught me about Soten as a video game in general and the randomizer in general is that I am a little too harsh on some of the mid-tier, quote-unquote, bad weapons in the game. Spirit Orb, see? We just got a random relic just sitting here doing nothing with our thumb up our asses. Let's go. But I have learned that there is a lot of power to be held in some of the more middling weapons in the game. Well, nothing there. All right, we move on. If I could be one of the sub-weapons, which one would I like to be? You guys know the answer. You guys know the streamer's catchphrase. Oh, wait, what the hell? I also have the dash run? Oh, shit. I could have been dashing this whole time? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that supposed to be a thing? Maybe that's like a thing that you can turn on and off? Weird. I'm gonna do the stupid IQ check right now. And they called me stupid when I knew there was gonna be a jewel knuckle there. So yeah, the dash boots thing is pretty interesting. Shield rod is also interesting. Mott did say that was intentional. I mean, he did do it, so I assume it's intentional, so. So weird watching me get hit in the game not ending. So true. I was thinking about trying to do some other no-hit type challenges in the future. Because somebody did bring up the idea of doing a no-hit Red Rush challenge, and I kind of scoffed at the idea. Also, spells. Do you guys remember those? But like, how funny would it be to try and do a Red Rust no-hit challenge? What the hell? Whatever. Damage boost, smiley. Whoa! Yeah, see, wing smash again. It's been so long. Yeah, I'm not playing particularly like amazing or anything like that for speedrun standards, but you know, whatever. Holy glasses. Okay. Timeline be timelining. It's like when Goku takes off his weighted clothes. Yeah, but then you realize that like your muscle memory is kind of like very much attuned to wearing the weighted clothes. So now you're just like, why am I? Wait a minute, this doesn't feel right. That's where I'm at right now. Spike Breaker's interesting. Gives me defense at least. A no-hit challenge, but I can only use thrust swords. If it was S-Stock, actually, that'd be really tough. An S-Stock no-hit challenge might even be harder than a Red Rust no-hit challenge. Unironically. Dude, S-Stock is so ass. I'm going to put this on now as well as this. And honestly, I'm going to do that as well, just so I can have some range. Okay. Can't do anything here. Trying to stay in the running animation when I'm doing anything in the air, but it requires double tapping, so. Nice jump, me. There's a no equipment randomizer that exists, and it's not that interesting. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like a April Fool's preset that was made like 5 years ago. I've done it like probably like 7 or 8 times total. Beating the game without equipment is not that hard. Soul of Bat. Well, there you go. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. But we're already over here, so yeah, we'll just do this now. I wonder if the optimal play, honestly, was to get the Soul of Bat and then turn around. I don't know. Very interesting. It is also just kind of weird that you're like, you don't know what you're going to get or when you're going to get it. You just kind of have to react on the fly. That's kind of interesting in a way. $1,000 money bag. Don't mind me. My damage is not amazing. I'm not one-shotting these guys. Come on. Do the relics stay? Yes, they're just given to you. That's the whole gimmick of Timeline. It's a new randomizer preset. I don't have any money right now, I don't think. I have an idea. This might be a mistake, but I mean, I have 1,000, yeah, but like as far as sellable money, again, I don't know how to play like randomizers for speed anymore, man. Well, we got this money. This is the reason I wanted to do this first. I should have grabbed the warp room, actually. I was thinking, like, there's a world where I grab the warp and then just go straight to Castle Keep. But I'll grab Echo, yeah. Now that we have money, it makes the library a little bit more appealing. I don't know how the logic works with us getting Soul of Bat early. I think that's out of logic if I had to guess. Which means we're probably going to find something like Leapstone or Jewel of Open at, not Castle Keep, but library. So we get the Force of Echo. That's pretty nice. Considering we just got Echo. The boners can rise up as you do. Yes, yes, yes. What relic was just given? It was on the screen and I said it out loud. But I will reiterate, it was Force of Echo. The relics will respawn even if you pick them up, so you can tell what the complexity is. Gotcha. That's a good good change, or a good like idea, not a change, but yeah. That's a good way to handle it. Okay, so it was Leapstone. That's what I thought. Grab Firebrand. Dude, remember Firebrand? Oh my god, we haven't played with one of these in so long. Crazy.
I'm interested.
Sell this. We will not buy sword card. It's not really worth. Dude, remember buying stuff from the shop? Oh my god. Probably we just buy Fire Shield, call it a day. Ooh. Ares, I think, actually is overall long-term better, but Fire Shield has the potential to make this super easy.
For now.
Taking damage, what is this? The possible challenge? Yeah, sorry. It's gonna be a minute before we remember what it's like to play the video game normally. I'm already struggling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also not gonna take that save room, because there's not really a good reason to. I have Vlad, don't mind if I do. We could just go to the second castle. What if all the Vlad relics are just in the second castle, though? Have we ever thought about that? I have Vlad could have been the complexity Vlad. We don't know. There's a rat on your balcony. Have you considered befriending the rat? We should go castle entrance, I think. Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome. So all the relics always respawn? Okay. Now I understand it. I thought it was just the ones that were given to you. But I guess it makes sense to just have them always respawn. Yeah, we'll go check castle entrance, because why not? The boners always rise up. The entire rib cage of Vlad. Yeah, dude, I'm like really out of practice for speedrunning. That's crazy. Because my brain is constantly like firing like all the item checks that I need to do. I didn't kill him? Oh, Lord, he's coming. Blast him. With UV radiation or whatever. Fucking MP. Well, fuck that zombie. Yeah, sometimes going fast means you risk getting hit. It's true. Nose Devil card, my boy. Okay, we'll refill. We'll check this stuff. 49 minutes seems really fast. I'm not gonna lie. Which makes me think that we're gonna probably get another Vlad at some point. Well, there was Spirit Orb. Okay. No wolf, not yet. There we go. Any plans to boot up the Chaos mod? I do not know what you mean by the Chaos mod. Unless you mean the one that's spelt differently. And if so, not really. Kill a wolf. I'm in the process of figuring out what I want to do for streams and for YouTube. The chaos mod is kind of annoying to set up and handle sometimes. So, yeah. Also, it's like not like it hasn't been updated really in forever, so I don't even know if it works anymore. I'll be real. I plan on using those seeds eventually for something, but that's, you know, that's a secret for now. Fairy scroll. I definitely plan on playing other Castlevania games for sure. Probably not super often, unless I have like a solid idea for something entertaining, but I'm also very much expecting to come up with ideas that just don't hit and then dropping them. You know what I mean? We can't expect lightning to strike twice, you know what I mean? But I'm still gonna keep attempting. Figure it out, so. Am I finished with Vampire Survivors? It just doesn't hit for me and for my audience, so I don't think there's a point. Like, the game is fun in a silly way, but it's not something that I could seriously attempt to, like, be a content creator who focuses on playing Vampire Survivors, you know what I mean? It might be something that I mess around with once in a blue moon when I really am like, oh yeah, remember Vampire Survivors? That was fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't... Son of a bitch. All right. You asked for it, motherfucker. Yeah, like I'm just essentially just looking for sustainable ways to keep the career going in a positive trajectory. Oh! Nice bonk. While also, you know, playing stuff that I actually care about and find interesting, because I don't think my career will continue to grow if it's stuff that I'm not personally interested in. Yeah, SM Map Rando is fun. It's just SM Map Rando is like a roller coaster where you kind of need to be so tall in order to ride the ride. And like, I'm 5'11", but the requirements are 6 foot. I'm close, but I'm just not there. Because every time I play SM Map Rando, it's like, I just get frustrated at least playing like the settings that the community has agreed upon. It's a little bit outside of my my range. You gotta practice. Yeah, but like the opportunity cost of practicing something to play it and then get less viewership than just me playing So Impossible Challenge. You know what I mean? Video game time in is now a calculus of like monetary expectations meets, you know, can I expect to take a hit on the YouTube videos and the live stream viewership long enough to like get good enough to maybe make up some of that viewership? Meanwhile, there's, you know, bills never stop needing to be paid, etc., etc. It's kind of sad. Welcome to the reality of being a content creator. Everyone's like, dude, it's gonna be so great. I get to play video games for a job. There you go. Yeah, Fortnite is definitely the answer. Thank you. That'll save my career. Not that it really needs saving. We're doing all right. In the grand scheme of things, I'm doing all right. It's just a matter of, like, pivoting what momentum we've gotten via the Impossible Challenge doing well and using that to make other sustainable forms of content that lead to growth. But it's all good. I'm working on it. You guys don't need to worry about it. It's my job. to worry about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my job to entertain you guys. All right, I feel like the randomizer's been a little stingy with the relics since it gave me Soul of Bat. They're like, nothing too good outside of that. Let's be real. Son of a bitch. Just me, or is like my MP just always at 0? It's crazy. Castlevania mod. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the idea of being a Castlevania content creator, as unfortunate as it is to say, is not the most sustainable thing in the year 2025. Unless we somehow come up with a world where Konami actually creates a Castlevania video game that is like new and captures people's attention in a way that brings in new viewership. It's just not. It's not happening, brother. Right? There is a cap to being a Castlevania content creator that is, in my mind, not going to outpace the rate of fall off, because all content will eventually. There's like a term, I forget the name of it, but essentially like all content creators are constantly having an influx of new viewers and an outflux of older viewers that are no longer interested in watching for one reason or another. So if you can't outpace the people leaving with new viewers that are like committed, then you will not be able to do it as a job, obviously. So I have to outpace that with whatever it is that I do. And in my mind, if I want to do this long term, like, you know, doing this shit into my 30s and maybe even 40s, I don't think Castlevania is going to be sustainable. But yeah, that's just me though. It gave me Jewel of Open even though I already had it. So it's willing to give you repeat relics. Okay, good to know. The biggest streamers are variety streamers, but they got there by being in a niche and then expanding outside of that niche tactically for one reason or another. Usually by utilizing some sort of like newer trend or technology or something like that. Whether it be TikTok, YouTube Shorts, collaborations with specific people. Dude, I could just go to the second castle, but I'm gonna go to the caverns. Call me a baby, I don't know. I think it also doesn't help that, like, Castlevania and in extension Symphony of the Night, which is the most popular Castlevania content that I can make right now. If I make Castlevania content with any other game, it's, like, significantly less interested. I get less interest in it, generally. Even then, that has its own limit, and, like, how much can you really expect to find new and interesting ways to remix this game without waiting for new randomizers to come out like Map Rando and stuff like that. And even then, Map Rando will come and go as its own thing that people enjoyed for a time, but will eventually, you know, not be novel anymore. Yeah, decomp into open source Soten game engine with custom whatever the fuck, the same shit they got from Mario 64, is essentially the infinite content, like, end goal, but I'm gonna be honest, that's probably like a decade away. You know what I mean? And that's assuming people even still care about this a decade from now, you know what I mean? Whereas Mario, at the very least, you get the library card. You get the benefit of, like, Nintendo is still making new Mario games, so, like, the name is at least recognizable enough that, like, 10 years from now, if someone's making Mario 64 content, there is at least a chance that they can pull in new viewers because they know who Mario is. Whereas if I'm 10 years from now still trying to make Castlevania content, I'm basically like hoping that people remember the Netflix series 10 years from now, because Konami's not doing us any favors. Mario 64 is not the biggest speedrunning game. That is not true. The biggest speedrunning game is Roblox by a large margin. It's not even close. It's like a factor of 10 to 1. But most people don't talk about that because we're not teenagers. We're just old. I don't have the thing. Why am I going down here? Get this fucking worm out of here, man. Scylla be like, would you still fight me as a boss if I was a worm? Is this funny to anybody? Well, shit. Maybe caverns was a bad idea. I don't know. Like I said, this is my job to worry about. It seems like you guys are invested in the conversation at the very least, which is interesting. Because from my perspective, I feel like this conversation has got to be boring as hell. But you guys keep asking about it, so. Ooh, Power of Wolf. It's like insider baseball levels of like, who gives a shit? Because ultimately, it's not like, you know, your job to worry about this stuff. That's ideal, Lady Kalgana, but the thing is you need a thing that is recognizable for people to like get to trust to watch what you do, right? Then you need a reason to enter to get in the door. And for many people, where I'm at right now is I get to boast my skills in this world of like speedrunning and Castlevania and stuff like that. And then ideally the people that stick around are ones that also appreciate me for whatever else, you know, more not Castlevania related stuff. But Lycan has discount on MP. Oh shit. We know that we haven't found glasses yet, which means glasses is probably vanilla if I had to guess. Oh, that's not true. Because, like, Echo... No, we found Echo that was locked behind Flight. That could be Bat there. And then this at Spike Breaker is glasses. That'd be bad for us, but it means we would know the complexity chain at least. So. I don't know how the seed generates giving... what's it called? Relics. My guess is that they're randomized every time. I've never played Time Spinner. Past Torn. Okay. So it's part of my first playthrough, I should say. I'm about 3 hours into my first playthrough. Spike Breaker, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I figured they didn't count on complexity. The ones that are given to you, it's just random. The issue with that, Koala, is Konami's not making a new game to capitalize on the potential new audience from the Netflix series. Instead, they're just re-releasing old games, which is like fine, but like I haven't seen any sales numbers, but I doubt they're pulling in, you know, insano numbers that is like revitalizing the entire IP. Yo, thank you, Kenny's on the mid. Yeah, essentially. Ooh, nice. I say that, but then the next randomly given relic is going to be a Vlad relic, and this entire section would have been for nothing, but, you know, it's fine. The timeline resets on save split, so basically never save split. Gotcha. Oh shit, I forgot I took this off. But yeah, long story short, my career creating content around Castlevania games does not feel secure because Konami is the one that owns the IP. That's like kind of the long and short of it, is I can't trust Konami to keep enough people interested in the IP long term for me to sustain a growing audience long enough to be a content creator a long time. Long enough to, you know, feel comfortable doing it. Fairy card. They would never sell the IP. Selling IP is not, like, profitable. Hoarding IP and, like, even if you don't end up, like, making anything with it, usually the ownership of the IP helps evaluate your overall company and stock, which is all that really matters, which is just a fucking evaluation of, like, the vague concept of your company doing stuff, so... Speedrunning is niche regardless of game. You would think that, but it's actually not. The concept of speedrunning is as mainstream as video games, whether you believe it or not. It's nearly as mainstream as video gaming, I should say. It's not one-to-one by any means, but it's not as far off as you would think. People use the term speedrun in colloquial language, right? People are like, oh, dude, I got to speedrun this meeting real quick, and then I'll come hang out with you guys at 6. Like, it's entered the common lexicon. Whether or not people are interested in speedrunning is a different thing, but the concept of speedrunning very much is entered, like, general knowledge by a lot. There we go. So either we just get the last Vlad gifted to us randomly and we win, or we go second castle and find it. Because I think we full cleared first castle outside of the Holy Glasses location, which ended up being Soul of Bat, I assume? No, it ends up being Holy Glasses, and Soul of Bat is in second castle. That's what ended up happening. Okay. Enjoying timeline? It's interesting. It makes me think about progression in a weird way, but not in a bad way. I'm very much like thinking about the complexity differently, but it's cool. I guess this to explain more succinctly what I mean about speedrunning being mainstream, compared to the idea of speedrunning is large enough such that someone like a Summoning Salt can live his entire life and potentially even retire off of making content that is speedrun focused, right? So we're not in a bad state if we're saying, like, you know, you want to focus on speedrunning. Focusing on individual categories of speedruns, however, is where things get dicey. And to be fair, I'm complaining, but, like, Castlevania at the very least has, like, a subsect of people that are nostalgic for it, versus, like, imagine your favorite game in the world is, like, I don't know, fucking SpongeBob Super Sponge for the PS1. There's, like, I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but I feel like you have, like, a negative chance of becoming a content creator by being a SpongeBob Super Sponge speedrunner that, like, can feel confident in their career choices, you know what I mean? I barely feel confident in my career choices. So, again, it's all about perspective. What? This guy's insane. He dodged my shit. I don't even know how that happened. You're going to be a Bubsy 3D runner? You're not going to. Because everybody has the hilarious idea of like, dude, what if I speedran Bubsy 3D? And then they played the game and they're like, ah, never mind, what? Or they're like, yeah, this is great. I love Bubsy 3D. And then like, you know, they just give up because at the end of the day, nobody speedruns a game long term unless they're an obsessive psycho about that game. And I hate to break it to you, I don't think you're an obsessive psycho over Bubsy 3D. Like, I think it's also, well, there's Eye of Vlad. We need Tooth of Vlad. I think there's something to be said about talking about speedrunning. I think is more popular than doing speedruns. Does that make sense as well? Like, I think the most popular thing you can do that is speedrun related is not actually do speedruns, but just talk about speedruns from like an educational lens. I probably won't need it, but in case there's a library card. You're not liking Spellbound? Why not? Is it too much skill to express? Is that the problem? Excess of skill, not enough express? Ow, this guy just fucking punched me. He just hugged me. He just threw my ass against the wall. All right. Dude, I have no fucking MP. Why did I choose to do a fire shield build for this run? This was a mistake. Oh, now I'm not gonna get any more MP for the rest of this. Awesome. Gas cloud, just in time. You know what? Hellfire. It's never the option. Crazy. It's never the option. Tetra Spirit is faster and does as much damage, if not more, than Hellfire. I don't understand why streamers in fucking... You guys see that? Oh, he's weak to fire. I have fire move. Let me use fire. It's not good. It never has been. I refuse to believe it. It's fun, though. Does this look like I'm trying to have fun right now? I'm trying to speed run. You wouldn't understand. This is serious stuff. We have 10 minutes to beat the game, or else I don't steal the arbitrary world record, and that means I'm stupid stinky and I need to die. The preset is called Timeline. Every 2 minutes in-game time, you get a random relic added to your inventory or something. Karma coin. That's how you know I'm locked in as a speedrunner. I'm not going back for that karma coin. No gambles. Only serious. Yeah, we got it. The library card I got earlier was given to me via the preset. Oh, my transformation button got eaten by the screen transition. I already have one. Well, too bad. This is a no fun zone. I'm going back to the Yasasuna for this fight, I think. Power of piss. Let's go. Piss power. Don't do this to me, game. Nope. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. We're missing gravity boots. We're missing we're still missing stuff that, like, realistically could have been given there, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I don't need to go back for it. It could be a familiar relic that was given to us randomly. It could be gravity boots there. It doesn't have to be. And we already found a relic that was relatively high complexity, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Would I see myself transitioning to another game or Metroidvania as main content in the future? Yeah, probably. Assuming I'm still doing this in 10 years, I would hope to think that, like, there's something new that isn't just Symphony of the Night to play. But a lot of that depends on the economics of the situation, obviously. And also, it just depends on what I'm interested in as well, you know? Yeah, we still won't have Silk Song, obviously. So, like, don't... Dreamer, you could be a Silk Song speedrunner. First of all, come on. Be real. I need to use more wolf movement. Come on. Go up here. Yeah, honestly, the real answer to that question is I don't know, because I don't know what I'm going to be interested in. You know what I mean? That's the big real answer, is I don't know. Because ultimately, if there just comes a day where I just don't fuck with playing Soten anymore, I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, Crazy told me. I don't know what Konami... Well, it depends on what you mean by complete hiatus for new game development, because I believe there are some games that Konami is publishing, but... Did I pass the Hellish Impossible challenge? Well, I'm not playing it today, so I'll let you be the... make a guess as to why we're not playing it today. I basically need this to be the last Vlad relic if I want to finish this. Oh, okay. Easy. Simply just ask for the last Vlad relic, and you will be rewarded. Fuck. You skipped the Vlad at Grand Falloon? I don't think I'm ever going to be a good Castlevania randomizer speedrunner anymore. If this is the shit I'm competing against. I don't know, just guess on like a 1 in 12, I guess. If I guess right, I win. If I guess wrong, oopsies. And then multiply that by like 12 different choices at all times. So why did you choose to skip that? I don't know. I just felt like it. Oh, okay. So there's like no way to like replicate your success at all. You're just gambling. Yeah. Smiley face. Okay. At the very least, I can't take competing in Symphony of the Night Randomizer seriously. I have fun. Don't get me wrong, and I'm still good at the game, but like my ego with like my skill at the game is no longer tied to my success in Randomizer. Because it's like, come on. The meta gameplay tactics behind Symphony of the Night Randomizer are insanely toxic if you actually bore out the like optimal strategy. At least that's my opinion, and you're allowed to think that I'm a dumb, stupid old boomer who doesn't get it or whatever. You wouldn't get it, old man. There's actually a lot of skill behind guessing randomly. I don't know. The only reason I'm winning here is because I guessed to check Force of Echo before checking what's it called? And also skipping Creature. Yes. In fact, SM has a similar problem, but I think Map Rando is fun enough that people just don't care. And the skill level difference between players is so high, generally. Like, the people who are masters of Super Metroid are going to outplay people who are not because the skill ceiling is so high in that game. Symphony of the Night does not have nearly a high enough skill ceiling to outweigh the randomness, right? Like, you can tell me where every major item is on a map rando and get me in the ring versus Oats, and I'm still going to lose. Because he will outskill me and outplay me and outspeed me in every regard. Even if I go from point A to point B, he can stumble onto the stuff faster than I could, you know? Symphony of the Night is not like that. As soon as you, like, learn how to wing smash, you are now tall enough to ride this ride, and it's just a matter of guessing at that point to a certain extent. There's some small optimizations and stuff as well, movement-wise, but it's not nearly as stringent, right? Because in a randomizer playthrough, you're never optimizing movement where the top-level speedrun strategies actually matter, right? Like, you get me in a room where I need to hit a triple frame perfect floor clip faster than my opponent, I will win that race 99 times out of 100. But that's not the same skill set that's being asked for in a randomizer. Yeah, the Set Seed League was closer to that. The only issue is that it actually had the opposite problem of, like, because the randomizer seed wasn't known beforehand, you had to play each seed essentially the maximum amount of time given to you, which if you just don't have the time to practice that specific seed, you have 0% chance of winning, right? So I feel like it kind of went too far in the other direction, especially because the randomizers themselves were very different in skill set and like preset requirements, right? They all played different. What was the update to the rando? New presets, basically, alongside some bug fixes. But yeah, I guess we stole world record there. I'm literally complaining about how there's no skill in world records for racing stuff, and I'm still out here getting best times or whatever. But so you know I'm not being biased when I say it. Like, I don't feel like I did anything special to earn this. In fact, I played kind of like ass the entire time. But I must have just routed somewhere better, you know what I mean? There are some presets where you can make educated guesses and it's fine, but like ultimately there are still just certain gambles that you can't take out of the DNA of the randomizer, and when you lose to those, it's always going to feel bad. So, but it's still fun at the end of the day. I'm making this distinction because I think people twist my words when they hear me online sometimes and don't take me at face value or like in good faith. They just hear what they want me to say and then hate me for it or whatever, which is annoying. But the idea is, I don't think there's anything wrong with the way the randomizer is, but I don't think that you could compare it one-to-one as a skill check all of the time. Because sometimes it just comes down to luck. And if you're not lucky on that day, you will lose. And when that happens to you, it feels bad.
I see.
All right? And you can't tie that to like, I am the best blank player because I keep getting lucky or whatever. It feels a little... Yeah, at the end of the day, the game itself is designed in a way such that go left versus go right in the second castle will always exist. So... And that alone... More knowledge than skill? That's not even true. No, you're not listening to the words coming out of my mouth. It is luck. I'm not saying it's skill. I'm not saying it's knowledge. I am saying it's luck. At the high level, the thing that wins you the game, always, in these races, is guessing correctly. I can watch a million of the races that have happened on the long library, plug in the replays, and I can point at the thing on the screen and say, they got lucky because they chose this direction instead of this direction, and there is literally zero indication which one is faster. Or it'll be the opposite, where they got lucky because their opponent chose this direction instead of this direction, and there's no indication which one is faster. Right? And that ultimately, that's what it is. But the thing is, if you take away those random moments, then you go the other problem, which is it's no longer a randomizer. And people want to play a randomizer because it is different every single time. Yeah, it is what it is, you know? Ultimately, there is no, like, I can outplay my opponent 10D chess. I know exactly where... The only way you can do that is if you're insanely confident in how your opponent is going to play, and it's a 1v1 race, and then there's mind games there. And that's the closest we've ever gotten to like a true competitive format in my mind for Symphony of the Night racing. Is 1v1 races where you know your opponent's play patterns intimately enough that you can make metagame calls based off of their race decisions. Like if I'm racing somebody that I know likes to skip a particular check in particular situations, I am then incentivized to do the same skip. Because if I do the check and it is a relic, I can win there, which is whatever. But if it's not a relic, I am guaranteed to lose. Right? So I'm basically putting like a 1 in 14 chance on losing, right? Versus if we both do the same skips, then I have a chance to win based off of micro routing, like routing individual rooms, routing individual like small things, as well as just movement optimization, right? So... At the end of the day, that is ideally the most skillful way to race the randomizer, but the randomizer itself is designed, and it's partially due to the video game that we're playing, to not allow that type of racing to exist for the most part. So, for that reason, my opinions on competitive integrity in Symphony of the Night racing is like, you know, but it's still fun. And because it's fun, I'm happy it exists, and I'm happy there's a community around it, and I'm happy there's people willing to do it. Does that make sense? And at the end of the day, it's kind of like the same reason why I play Yu-Gi-Oh!, where it's like, do I think I'm intrinsically a better Yu-Gi-Oh! Player than other people when I beat them? No. Sometimes I fucking just draw Exodia, and I'm like, oh shit, I win. See? I drew all 5 pieces of Exodia in my starting hand. GG, shake my hand. I outplayed you, nerd. You know what I mean? Yeah, Map Rando will suck to race, for sure. Yeah, sometimes you draw the out, and sometimes you guess correctly on a 50-50 in a race, and that's, you know... It is what it is, and I don't think there's any shame in admitting the truth behind it. But also being like, yeah, it's still fun though. It's still fun to gamble on a race. You just can't tie your like skill level to it. Does that make sense? Either way, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And why I don't really race Soten much anymore is because, like, for me, I don't feel like it's, you know, I feel like it's fun, but I've also been there, done that. And also, like, I don't know, dude. I don't find it to be the most competitively fulfilling thing I could be doing, personally. On the scale of, like, literally gambling, like playing Coin Flip Simulator to playing a fighting game, Symphony of the Night is closer to Coin Flip Simulator than playing a fighting game right now. But that's just me.